fan. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Fill it up or throw it down. I'm about to tell a new one in this old town. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm a rocket man. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. And that's like that, you got that little tattoo, playing peekaboo on your back. Yeah, if you wanna impress me, baby, here's my plan.
Bring it in.
All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand.
Alright, now the first place that we're gonna spend a little bit of time tonight is pretty much specifically for kneeling. Alright, so instead of being in belly to belly body lock like we've worked on quite a bit, we're going to start behind the guy, okay? So now this position would be, you know, if somebody, you know, you take somebody down, you take their back, whatever, they get to their feet in the process. So right here, and I'm trying to right leg, maybe I'm trying to get something in, he comes all the way to his feet. All the way up. There's something right here. Now he did exactly what I've been working on him with. We got the elbow in between. Good. But so now when I get to this position, alright, too many times in MMA, or grappling, or naga, or whatever you want to think about, guys get here, and you'll see them like try to lift here, or you'll even see them try to like wrap legs around, or pull back on, stuff like that, where it's the same as that body lock in the front. Alright, as soon as you feel somebody start to come up, what we're going to do is call the quarter turn and lift. Alright, it's in wrestling, guys sit to stand up almost always like this, and I'm going to move it off the bottom, so you get used to it. As soon as somebody gets to their feet, you put them back down. Right? So as soon as he gets to his feet right here, we're just going to start behind him. I'm going to get the same lock right where I want. I'm going to roll it. So I have him tight. He's not going anywhere. His hips aren't getting away unless I want him to. Now from this position, I'm going to take a quarter turn, right in here. My lock stayed the same and almost tight, right? I don't want to get my lock over to here because then I lose power and it's hard to lift. So I want to keep my lock where it's at. Quarter turn, right here gets tighter. Notice how my knees both bent just a little bit. I loaded my springs. Now I'm just going to lift. When I lift, I bring it back down. So I lift in the air with my hands in the same way, and I turn my hands and bring it back down. But notice these didn't turn. Right? So lift. I'll take the quarter turn. Lift, turn, and put them down. Now, if you're having a hard time, like if you're going against somebody that's way taller, you can't get their feet off the ground and stuff, this is going to knee a little bit too. Right? So I'll get in here. All the way down. Okay? So try it on both sides, get used to popping on both sides, and then we're going to go over, if you can't lift him, how to rotate in front. Any questions? Sorry, come on, 2. Good. Key your lock where you want it. Yep. Now bend those knees. Yep. Exactly. Really good.
You want to get your hands up.
Really good.
Get the quarter turn. So we're going to get the lock. Yep. Quarter turn. Quarter turn.
So right now, like you're still kind of square with them. Like your hips. Right. Your hips. You got to here, but see how my hips are still square? I want to get. Right, so like I have, this one's almost in front.
Okay, so I'm bringing it this foot.
I'm straddling his leg a little bit. Now, I can lift it. What's that? Yeah. Now, where's your lock in comparison to your elbows right now? Right, where's it supposed to be? Get your elbows lower. So you got to drop your butt. Right, now squeeze and lift. Good. Now come around in front a little bit more, almost so you're straddling. Yep. Right there. Now lift. Yep. Now turn. Right. Let's see it, Fogger. A little bit lower. Yep, right there. You want to try to hit that baby rib. Yeah. Good. Now take that quarter turn and step so you're almost straddling. Yep. Now lift and turn. See, lower your lock just a little bit more even because he's short. Huh? Drop your elbows too, so your butt's gonna drop, not just your lock. Get like, see when I'm talking baby rib? Get right, yeah, like right there. Now do it. Yeah. See how he brought his hips width that time? Like that I'm telling you, like that baby rib, if you can lock on that baby.
Take this knee as you're doing the lift. This knee would bump my leg. That quarter turn, don't forget quarter turns. Quarter turn. And this knee bumps.
Alright, bring it in. Alright, now instead of moving on to the next offensive position from here, we're going to talk about the defensive position in this situation. Alright, because a lot of times when somebody gets thrown, when they get lifted and they get brought back in the cage or like in the grapple bed stuff, they don't know how to react. They don't exactly know where they're going. And you'll see almost the ragdoll effect, where then they land pretty flat or they land pretty hard on their belly, right? Or even a lot of times maybe somebody's on the way down trying to pull guard, so they land on their back, right? Well, the wrestling mentality to it. So if Neil's lifting me and getting ready to quarter turn and lift, number one, I'm going to be using this hand to block this leg and try to get my knee back in front so I can land on my feet if I can. You know, if I feel him start to come around the quarter turn, I'm going to be hitting this and trying to stay in front so that doesn't happen, keeping it here. But we're going to go over if he does lift me. So if he does lift me, let me stay here. From this position, as soon as he elevates me, I'm going to bring knees to chest. Alright, I'm going to bring knees to chest, I'm going to get in the ball because extension is a loss of power. Alright, where if I stay all the way, I guess elongated or all the way stretched out, something's going to hit hard. Right, so from that position, if I bring knees to chest, go ahead and take me to the mat. I land here, and I pop right back up. Right, because a lot of times when this guy lifts, you know, this guy's going to listen, bring you down, like a lot of times he's down here, not expecting it. Where if I do it to Neil, he brings his knees all the way to his chest, hits right back up to his feet. Right, and that's like something we did in practice. We did those bear crawls and knee slides. So as soon as I hit, he brings me, knees come to chest here, hop up, knee slide, right to my feet. Right. Now it's important, slow down, that when you knee slide into me. Right, so this one opens, this one slides that direction. Because if you knee slide the opposite direction, if you open this one and slide on this one, I'm on this side, I'm going to bring you right back down. Alright, so if you want to get the guard, that's okay, but we're trying to control the positions that we get to and where we want to be. Alright, so one more time. Go really slow. He's going to lift me. As I'm up, I'm bringing hands up, knees up. Okay, so then I hit the mat, go ahead. Try to hit right here. As soon as I hit, we slide up.
You do that slow, clean. Just like.
Which part?
Half part.
All of
it? Yeah. Just a little slow.
So right here, I just have to bring myself to a ball. I gotta make myself small and not be scared of landing. Like, I know this guy's trying to throw that shoulder into the mat as hard as he can. So as I'm in the air, bring my knees to my chest, and I turn and look the direction he's taking.
This part slow. This part right here.
Right? Now this one opens or just steps a little bit, and I'll slide. Right? You don't necessarily have to do that, because if I land in my base, I'm right back up. Right? But if he covers me kind of, maybe I hit an elbow, or I come down a little bit hard and starts to come up the body, then I'll open, knee slide. Now I'll show you
the last part. The last part of the knee slide. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I'm right here, hold on. Come here.
Slow.
Open this side.
This part.
Rotate my foot and slide. Now see how this is a midsole? It points straight ahead. Now what happens a lot of times is guys will knee slide like this, where the heel comes in front of the center of your body, right? Heel in front of nuts. If that happens, you fall to here. Okay, so if I don't want to do that, he's on top of me, slide to here. Now if he drives into me, whatever he wants to do, it's fine. I'm still going up to my feet.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so go slow here, don't slam people right away. Alright, 1, 2. Good, fucker. And then once you get used to doing that, your hands are going to hit before your knees, so then you use those to pull you into that knee slide. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do this one, I'm gonna try that.
Good. Yeah, from right there, you just come to your feet. Go, take your hips back just a little bit now. I want to show you what you feel like. So you come up just a little bit higher on him, right from here. So now when this one comes, take this elbow and use it to, like, you want to get right underneath that. Push him away as your knee slide. Yeah. See how that creates that space? It's like I'm here almost like I'll go here as I slide. Good, good. Let's see it, Lisa. Good. You want to land on your knees. That's good. Knees and hands. There's no such thing as cannot. Pick him up. So right here. No, get in there. You're fine. Now your lock's a little bit too far to the side. So get right here. Get a lock and really roll this way. Now take this foot and set to about right here. Good. Now really bend your knees so you get loaded. Now squeeze this as hard as you can. And just pop. Yeah. Almost like elevate yourself up to help her so that you can both work on it. It's part of being a good partner there too.
You're gonna jump a little bit?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Here. Hold this.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Don't touch it. Do this thing.
That's what I was thinking. But after this,
Show my way down.
I would just this short knee slide after I came down. Yeah. I mean, I can see that too. But it's still scrambled. It's okay.
Give up your back in the process.
Yeah, it's still too much.
If you do that to me, here, hold on to that, and you can do it to me. So if we're down, get in your knee slide position, and I'm right here, right? Whatever you want to do, this is where you're at, right? Yeah. What you're talking about, so go ahead and do whatever you're just talking about doing. Like, so after your knee slid, you're talking about, like...
Yeah, he was trying to do a switch.
Me, right, or whatever. So I'm right here. Huh?
Yeah, he was trying to do a switch, but I was like, it's going to be too much of a scramble.
I mean, you can do it, but the whole point in the popping your knees and coming back to your feet is to get off the mat.
Yeah.
You know, it's more something that you're gonna do against somebody that, like Jimmy.
Yeah.
You don't freaking want to be on the ground.
Yeah.
If you're on the ground, you're just gonna get punished.
Yeah. I just feel like that way.
But this is like, so the stuff that we were talking about on like 2 Sundays ago with the knee changes and getting that elbow in between. You put yourself in that position so that you already know how to react. Like, if somebody gets behind you like they did in your last fight, you know, they pick you up and try to bring you back down. And the way down, all you have to think about is bringing your knees to your chest. As soon as you hit the mat, it's elbow in between the bodies of my feet. Yeah, yeah. But you did it against me automatically.
Because I've been working on that. I've been working on that bunch of stuff Chad's been giving me.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good. All right, bring it in. Keep moving here. So like getting lifted when somebody's behind you and their feet here, even like when you get lifted in body lock and stuff like that, knowing what to do in the process of it is what saves you from, you know, landing where you're going to get hurt or looking like a rag doll that freaks out and then gets stung when you hit the mat or something like that. So if you can just think about the simple things, get my knees in front and bring them up to my chest, in the process, you're already reacting enough that that guy can feel it. Because you can tell when you lift somebody and you go to slam them and they're just scared to death or they don't know where they're going or, you know, they don't want to be there. Where if you feel somebody bring their knees up and already reacting on the way down, you're like, all right, I gotta be ready to go when we hit the mat. That was a big difference. Now we're gonna talk about a little bit. So if I'm here and I'm not able to lift this guy the way that I want, and he's really trying to get those hips weighted. Most oftentimes when you get a guy in this position, the number one thing he's gonna do is he's gonna try to reach back on one side or the other. right? And as a wrestler,
So you can turn around and face you?
yeah, like if I'm here, like what this guy's gonna really do if I start to turn here is he's gonna want to turn and get those hips away and reach around. Like, you know, a lot of times they'll reach around for the head and look for a headlock or something like that. Now,
If you're going against a good wrestler, it don't work. I tried it.
no, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that to my advantage, and I'm gonna almost put myself in a position to make him feel like he can reach back and get something, right? So if I'm going with him and we're in a real fight, he's gonna be steadier in his hips, right? He's gonna be really dropping his center of gravity. I'm not gonna be able to lift that big ass, right? So I'm gonna play with it a little bit, almost right here, and make him feel like he can reach around. As soon as he reaches around, I'm just gonna drop my head, and I'm gonna come to the legs already, with my head on the inside, pushing it. All right. Now, if you do this the wrong way, and you don't stay disciplined, your head drops or you get separation, you're probably gonna get knee in the face. Right? You're gonna eat something. Right. So if I'm here and he starts to reach around, right, and I'm like this, I'm asking to eat this, or I'm asking to get some of that. So I stay as tight as I possibly can. If he starts to reach, here. See how my head's staying tight? I'm almost pushing him back then with my head right here. I'm dropping. Right? Now for me, just being the person I am, I'm going to look for a body lock from this position probably before I look for a leg attack. Right? So as he turns and comes into me, I'm going to look straight here and then bring him back to the mat right there. Right? Now, double leg wise, it's fine. So he's on here. Do it again. Alright, I'm here. So I'm going to look to come across above the knee and drive through him that way.
You pull the leg to you.
Yeah,
Did you pull the leg?
I'll drive through it. I'll lift both of them. Now I don't like to come to a fancy bars guard, finish and throw both hands out because I don't create I don't create a lock that I'm going to be for sure that I have once I hit the mat.
Now, I was just asking, I saw you grab his leg. You pulled it to you, right?
Yeah. So once I get around front, I'm
Just
here
pull that.
and I come right at the knee or even below it. All right. If I grab up here or even here, this is snaking to an underhook and bring it up into a 50-50, or if you can't quite get to there, he's just going to pull this straight up, grab a hold of my elbow, right above it. And he's going to bring it up into there into a body lock. Right, so if he's here, I come here, he goes to go across, and this is up, I'm digging here, and I'm fine. Or I'll pull this up right here and get my hips straight. So he really wants to make sure that that hand, right when he comes, is right there, and he's going to drive through it. Now he wants to have his chin up just a little bit. He was looking at the mat right there. We're in wrestling, you know, wherever your eyes are pointing is where your body's going to end up, right? Your eyes go one way, your body follows. So if you're looking at the mat, you're probably going to end up on the mat, right? If you're looking up, you're probably going to end up coming up. So as he comes around behind, we're in front. See how this is up? Now from right here, he wants to use this. See how they put me on my heels automatically? Just that little bit of my head being from right here to being to right here puts me on my heels. It makes it so that I'm not able to move on my toes quite as well. Where if I'm here and I keep my head not pressuring, he can, see how he's on his toes, he can still move his feet a little bit. If I'm here, can you? Nope. Try to move those feet. You can't, right? Fall right back down. But I'll put him in position so I'll get him to, I'm almost like ducking, yeah!
That's dope.
Right? Like I'll almost put my head and nudge his tricep just a little bit and say, come on, you want to turn around, right? Make sense? Any questions about it? Right? Hips, even with shoulders, chin up, pressure with your head. Let's try it. 1, 2. Thank you. I don't know who our 4 viewers are, but thank you. We have 4 viewers. Reach, yep. Good. Good. What was that? Do it again. Do it again. No. No, it can't. I want your head on the inside. No. There we go. Go back. Go back. Go back. So now right here, as soon as you feel this arm start to go, you're going to duck your head underneath. No, see how you looked away? Right. Look into it. Right to there. Now use this head pressure. Yes. Right, now, as you drop to those legs, be going forward. Use your head to put him on his heels first. Do it one more time. Drive. Yes. Good.
Take him over with your head.
And that might be the case. You might end up dropping to a single instead of a double. If he gets that leg back, that might be where you end up, right?
Okay.
So if I'm here, and I get to here, and I'm not going to be able to reach that leg, then I'm right here. Right? I'll lift him. Put it on that way instead. Okay. You're going to take what you can get. You just want to maintain control.
As long as I get 1 foot off the ground, he's locked down. You want to get me? But if you're here, you want to...
Head under. Okay. Now look right. As soon as you get that ear to his sternum, start trying to look over the shoulder almost so that you pressure.
I grabbed that. I grabbed this leg wrong though, didn't I?
There's not really a right and wrong here because when you're doing it, you're gonna end up grabbing whatever you can get. Sometimes it'll be a body lock, sometimes it'll be a single, sometimes it'll be a double. Like it all depends on their reaction.
Just get as much leg as you can get.
Yeah. Think about getting your hips as far forward when you get in front of him, and your chin as high and into his chest as you can. Good. See, yeah, did you see that? Did you see the space?
Yep.
The space between your ear?
He said he's going to knee me in the face.
It's gonna happen too.
That's a good partner. Good. Yeah, drive. Yes. Right, and then you run your feet forward. See how your feet stayed there? You try to do it kind of with your arms.
Yeah.
Run through them.
Okay.
The farther you can travel forward, the more likely he's going to be to land on his butt. Head in front. Right there. Good. Good. Good.
A little clumsy on my feet.
That's all right.
Give it to me so you know. Hold on. It's my turn, right? Oh, yeah.
I know you, Darren. You don't.
Chin up. Chin up. See how you dropped your chin in the process? Keep that baby up.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
If you don't push it, it's easy. Like if you're here, that's good. Like if you're not pressing it with your head, I'll just do this. And it'll be a struggle. Push it in. Especially when I'm on the cage and I get like, because she won't be straight. As soon as they get here, I'll go.
All right, bring it in. Anybody have any questions about that?
Yeah, Matt was doing it. He was going. He was coming around. He was going more of a body lock here. Is that?
No, that's fine. And that's probably what I would do. Like, I prefer body locks a lot of times over dropping to the legs. There's no reason I should other than wrestlers kind of maybe do that because as a lighter weight wrestler, dropping to the leg, I mean, those guys are functional, they're going to kick over and stuff. But if I can keep hold of your main frame, then I'm going to be able to weigh down more times than not.
Can you go over what you were talking about? If somebody does that, pushing their hand out. You were talking about the arc.
Oh, when they're pushing the knee?
Yeah.
Like if I'm
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that, man.
Yeah, come here. That's something I do now when they go to the hands up.
then on the show. Well, we can go over a finish from there that you guys might like because, well, it's one of my favorite finishes. I'll use you actually right away. So let's say that I do start to come around. The question was I come to here and this guy kind of really attacks this hand or tries to keep it back there a little bit. All right, this hand then on the back side is going to drop to the leg and I'm going to be able to bring it to me well enough right here. Right, so as I'm going here, he starts to really kind of fight this one. Oh, so I dropped right here, okay? Now from this position, I haven't said it to everybody in here yet, so turn around. This is my butter knife. Alright? This is his biscuit. I gotta butter his biscuit. Where do you like the butter at on your biscuits? Right in the middle. Nobody puts some butter on the top of those dang things. I mean, we're not talking about, this isn't a croissant, alright? This is a biscuit. Okay, so I have to make sure that then the back hand, when it drops if I drop down the leg and I start to lift, what happens? He lifts his knee. I didn't lift anything, right? I got to get to the center of gravity on him right here. And then I do the same thing. So here, I drop right to here. Now this foot kind of steps. Where's my head at right now? Where's my head at right now? Right? It's tight and it's almost in front. Like if I can get it to here, I'll try to get it to there. So like mentally, I'm thinking that I want to get my head to here. So that's what I'm trying to do. Likelihood of it getting all the way to there is not very good, but that means if I'm trying to get it to here, it at least gets to right here. Right? Now my head does my work for me here again. Pushes just a little bit. Now you'll be surprised once you get into this position. And I step to right here with the biscuit butter to my head in place. When I actually go to lift, I lift and I just turn right to here. Right? I have all this power in my athletic position. Right? I mean, every single sport pretty much that you play growing up, or that you do, the athletic position is right here.
What's that?
Football, basketball, baseball, wrestling, I mean, friggin' wall ball. Whatever you want to talk about, that's the athletic position, so that's what you're trying to get to because you have the most power then. So I'm coming here, boom. This one comes straight up the middle, and I lock my hand, okay? Now I lift, right to here, so he's going to try to maybe almost fight it here. I lift. When I lift, I pull this in front of me, and I pop with my head. Put him right down on his back. There you go over here so you can see. I'm not going to put you down hard. Alright, so right here, I start to come around front. He's really kind of attacking the hand, so I don't feel like I'm going to be able to drive. So I'll drop to here. See how I'm behind him right now, almost pinched a little bit. I go to the biscuit, lift, and go to put him down. And that's going to be the reaction more times than not, is once I actually get that lock, guys are going to be holding on. The tighter they hold on, the easier it is for me to pop them with my head and go flat, right? If you do this correctly, you get your feet underneath of you and you're positioned the way that you want to, you're going to pop that guy and he's going to come flying off the mat. You're going to be like, holy shit, I didn't realize it could be that easy to lift somebody, right? Then he's in the air with already a tripwire behind it. You just go like this and he falls right on his back. Alright, one more time.
When we fall, we want to ball up all the time, right? Regardless of whatever position.
Fights it. Come in here to fight. Lock. I'll start moving this like this. Lift. Questions?
Anytime you're in there, you want to ball up, regardless if you're going to your back or front. You just.
If I'm him or if I'm me. Do this and then we're going to talk about what to do for him.
Okay, all right.
Alright, 1, 2.
I did this in my first fight. High props. I didn't know what I was doing. It just felt right. When I did
Well, imagine if you hit it now with your penetration step.
I learned it from Brian. Brian taught it to me.
Temple?
Huh?
Which Brian?
No, Brian, that was here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Brian taught it.
Good, now get your right foot, yeah. Get that right knee deep. It doesn't matter if the left one's open a little bit, that right knee is the one that needs to be deep in between it.
Brian Pepple gave me my second degree black belt. Like, I should try to hit him in his balls. I heard he's fat as crap now.
Head in front, head in front. There you go. Now step up with that right foot so that you make that trip, yep. Get up. Yeah. Get in there where you have the biscuit butters. So he's reaching over top, so you're right here. Right, now get this even farther, get this deeper. This hand, let go of the line. Get this hand a little bit deeper over here, right? Now, step that right foot deeper, just like right there. Now lift and push your head that way. Right. You want to lift them up off the ground and go right up. All right. So as I come to here, I'm dropping, I'll come to here. Now this comes deep, right to here, right?
Okay.
He's got good hips, so it's hard to stay tight there. I mean, your hips were moving where you wanted them to be, so it's hard for me to stay tight. You react naturally. Right hand deep. Right hand deep, not left. Lift him with your forearm, not your lock. Okay. Now look. As soon as you feel him start to come off the ground, start leaning. Don't wait. Where was your head? Where was your head? Did you get to use it at all? No, because it wasn't on his chest, right? Again. Yeah, good. Yeah. Good. Now get that head across even farther a little bit. Right. Now right knee is going to step closer to him. Pinch him. Yeah. Now lift and look right. Yeah. Yes. Keep locked though. Follow him to the mat. Get those hands locked. Get those hands locked. Alright, bring it. It's a lot easier to lift somebody when you're controlling their center of gravity. So much easier. Alright, now let's talk about a couple of quick things here and we'll start going live. But basically, what your checkoffs are if you're me, if you're this guy. Right? I mean, obviously in this position with a body lock, you know, you can feel if the guy's going to release and throw a punch one way or another. Okay? So you can be ready to do that. You might try to throw knees here or even up, but it's easy to put them where you want. Now the first thing that you want to do is stagger your stance. When I say stagger my stance, I call it like sugar footing it or whatever. See how I got almost a wider stance here? If I stay square right here, he can push me wherever he wants, but my center of gravity's off. Even if he just wants to pull me back down to the mat, it's hard to go. Where if I'm staggered, now try to pull me back down the mat. I don't move. He can't pull me where he wants to. Alright, now the number one thing that people do wrong in this position is that they go to grab the hands. Right? So if I'm behind Walker and I get him in this position, he goes to grab my hands, right? Just like he is right now. Now I'm going to take him back to the mat on this shoulder that he can't protect. Right? Or I can come around front. So when I get to this position, I'm going to use the points of my elbows like the hands. Right? Here. Here. Okay? Now, my hips do a lot of work here. As I'm sagging, right? So remember the first rule we talked about? If you're going to be able to listen to me off the mat, your lock has to be where? Above the elbows. Right? So with my hips and my stagger, if I can see right now, where's his lock? Just by that little wiggle and coming down. Now, as soon as his lock drops before or below his elbow, my elbow can come on top of his, on top of his forearm. Right? I'm not necessarily going to get all the way into here right away, and I don't necessarily want to. Because if I get too deep, he'll just lock over it and get it. So I place it right on top. See, I put my point of my elbow right in the crook of his elbow, and I just put all my weight on it. Try to lift it. You can't lift it, so I can control it. And from right here, I can wait for him to release this lock, because he's going to try to lift a couple of times. Right, so get on here. He's going to try right here. Now, he might try to lift it a couple times or something, but if he releases, I'm right here following, right back in his face. Right? Whereas, a lot of times what you see happen, it's like here, somebody will let go, maybe push you away, and I'm like trying to get back here and away. Well, I just went from a place where I possibly have an advantage to both of us getting a rest, and now him getting to regain his confidence a little bit or refocus. And for me especially, back where I don't freaking want to be. Right? I want...
Why you don't want to be there?
Because I want my hands on him.
Oh, as a rapper, I got you.
I mean, there's not very many people...
Me, I'm gonna bail out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna
it would be especially, so if I had him, it'd be especially important for me if I'm fighting him to get here, and as soon as he releases, maybe tries to even push me away, to get right back here in his face. Right? So what's he gonna do when I'm right here? How's he gonna
have to grab him.
He can't throw anything, and he's gonna end up reacting naturally and grab back a bullet. Where I'm good, and I want to be. Right? Where if I do this and I spread apart, he's waiting for it. Especially if I only give him that much space, right? If I give him just the right amount to be in his range, he's gonna follow instead of me. I don't want to do that. But it also grinds on somebody. You know what I mean? Take for instance, like in a lot of fights, and it's harder like in fighting than in wrestling, obviously, because there is those spaces and those breaks on your feet, right?
Punch is coming.
But when you see somebody just break somebody, wear on him so bad that the other guy makes up his mind that he can't last anymore, he's not going to be in there, you know, Corey, Iron Man, Miller style, is because he stayed in his space, right? sometimes, like, let's say, I mean, Ronda Rousey in my mind is a perfect example. She's so delusional at points that it's her greatest asset because all she needs is a split second to convince herself that she's still got what it takes and she's still gonna win. You see it in fights all the time. Somebody gets rocked, somebody's getting beat up pretty bad, you know, give him this instance right here. That 2 seconds, he just convinced himself he's got enough for one punch. He can still knock me out, right? Where if I stay right here, what do you think of that?
Middle fight.
Somebody get me out of this cage.
Me, I'm like, I'm gonna get my hands on.
So, again, I'm gonna stagger my stance. I'm gonna look at his lock. I want him to get a good lock. Stagger my stance, look at his lock. Wiggle. See how I moved his lock? Elbow on the inside, and I'm just gonna be right here. I want your partner to try to lift it right here. And when he tries to lift, my feet stay staggered, and I try to make him carry all my weight, just like a mean. But at any time, if he goes to try to lift, and he goes to pull in off of it, I can replace. My feet instantly come back down. Right? Where if I'm leaning against him, and I'm just going like this, he'll pull me right to the mat, and I don't want to do that. So I'm putting him in a place where they're barely touching the mat, like barely, but at any time I feel him release the pressure, I can pull my weight back where I want. Does that make sense? Alright, let's try it. 1, 2. Try this a couple times and we'll see how it goes. See how that straightened out your arms? Him moving his hips like that, planted your feet, and then straightened both arms. That's what causes that elbow to get in the middle. Move your hips. Move your hips. Like going to the, big booty girls at the club. Shake it like a milkshaker. Yeah, well right here, you shouldn't probably be able to lift it. Put all your weight on your right elbow. All your weight on your right elbow. See, it's really hard to lift it. It's hard to lift in there, isn't it?
It is, especially since they got all that pressure right there on your elbow.
Dude, and somebody that's not like used to being in that position or like doesn't really have a whole lot of options from being behind somebody finishing. As soon as they feel that, the first split second that they feel that, like, I'm not lifting this guy, they let go. And you're waiting for that so you can be right back in his face. Yeah. Keep that butt down. Especially then if you couple this with like your new realization that if the elbow gets between the bodies, you're gonna get separation.
Probably not gonna get it the first time, but we'll get first. Just gonna have to keep.
All right, grab a drink. Get ready to go live. It makes a big difference when you get put there to like actually have offensive options instead of waiting for that guy to do something so that you can react. You know.
If I would do this then, I would hate him alive every time he did it. I would just turn into him every time. The first round, he didn't figure that out until the second round that he could do it. That's all he did every time. He ate a punch.
On purpose.
And down I'd go every time. By the third round, I would just throw.
Right, well, but then also like then down you go and pull the arm out of the way. So you're in his game a little bit too, right? Like let's say maybe you did maybe you had or whatever. If you hit the match and pop him right back up, if you have the hit where you want to get but you personally are gonna want to win like you're gonna win fights in this drop in the day. And if you're dropping for kind of after you landed some significant stress, right?
It's just when I got down, I start working my jits, and I like start arm dragging him. He just pull out and walk back. And the ref is like, stand up.
That's exactly his game plan is exactly what mine would be if I won.
And I'm looking at the gym, he's just like, I think it's 32. Right?
Hey, Trent.
You take a drop. You said you're so proud.
It's not a drop set. First, where a drop set is, if you go to take a shot, right? A drop set would be.
You like that too much, man.
Right.
Every fight I have,
So I lead,
they don't never
since
stand
my right
there.
foot is one in front, I take a step
get there.
first.
What you doing this weekend? I'm trying to get some odds on.
I'll step up like this and I'm going.
With some head
Well, you don't want to, if I'm shooting with my right foot, I don't want to shoot. That's a drop set. Right? Yeah, because the leg that has to come through in order for me to drive through somebody, I just left behind. I put this one in front of me, if this hip hits me now, I'm falling over. I don't have anything to hold me up. And that's where you see guys get here and they have both legs. We're going to end up right here and hold down.
I never met him until last weekend. I was like, I was just,
Penetration steps.
I was like,
Here?
it's not bad. I was like,
I bring my foot here. I drove it earlier.
all right, now I have like here.
Sit my hip.
And I was like, okay, now I know.
Well, I mean, to be able to finish, you have to have your hips loaded. So they're going to be coming out. Right? You have to be careful how far back you sink. So if you pick it up, too high. Right? Well, right here. If you sink back too far on your hips, I'm going to throw you over. Right? So you got to get just the sweet spot where this is elevated just enough that at any time you can still come up and through me. Right? So if I start to come, right? See how your butt moves out? Go back down. Go back down. Right here. This is at 90. Take it back just a little bit. Right here. So if I start pushing this here, you're holding your own ground. Now slide this knee between my legs.
Slide it, like shoot it.
So if I'm here, he starts kind of pushing me a little bit. Bro. If I get to this point, I'm going to push this knee here. Bring my hips up. I want to be here. I'll just get
This foot was coming up too far.
okay, this one has to stay bent. I mean, like a healthy kickstand. If it's here, or if it gets in front of your knee, even, there's no power to go forward. Like, pretend that any time there's going to be a straight hand on it, and you have to be able to hold it up.
That's just that drill is one of the point that I've made. Here, I'll put automatic goes here. It's not terrible, but you want it here.
Yeah, there's so much more power there. There's so much more power there.
Yeah. That's how you're going to
And you'll feel it. So I'm just going to hold this over, take a shot, penetration step all the way through. Right, so now right here, you feel like, yeah. So put your foot back up here, you feel like you can drive through it. Put your foot back up, now drive just right through it, back up. And then I'll take another one, right? So we'll do a drill where you'll hold my shoulders.
Whoa. Oh, can you do that? That's right. That was good.
Alright, you know what? 30 second motion here, grab partner.
Let's go, man. One thing I will have you. Too old for that. I'm here to learn how to not to fight, right? Everybody else here is to learn how to fight. When you get mine, you're trying to something you don't have to fight.
Here we go, man. Go.
Just remember, we ain't punching each other.
All right, yeah. Come on, man. Nice. Good, man. No, Practice some of our ground drills, shot control.
You want to roll right into that?
Yeah, we can. Start on my back.
Alright, so just start.
Yeah. I'm trying to go live.
Big right turn my thumb down.
I got kicked the other way.
Try to practice shit we've been working on, you know what I mean? Ready? One break for it.
So if I get in here, can we start to turn my course? If I mix it through, it's on. So as soon as you finish all that, that's right, throw it. You do it backwards. Look. In here.
You got the deep.
I'll hurt you.
Take a break, Here, whoever's out, hold this. Don't touch the screen.
Okay, I was trying to do what we practice and flag you out. Yeah. How you do that so?
Yo, you got a new Tinder match.
We're not going out hard, we're doing it all right. Because this is about God. All right, go in and really hard. Sure. Pretty good. Really hard.
Okay, partner, grab the wall.